More or Nothing.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of More or Nothing. It is our first of 2024. Happy New Year! Maxis isn't doing it. So good.
We're only 19 episodes in and we're finally doing what you're meant to do on every single podcast or show out there. And you're meant to say, we want all of you to help us grow. And by growing, I mean subscribe, do whatever you need to do, follow to our podcast channels, which are Spotify, Apple Podcast, Acast, I think. I don't know, wherever you listen to it, we need to go on there and click the follow or subscribe button so that it dings up in your little podcast inbox whenever you want, and we'll check it like we check our emails. We don't. I'm going to go check the emails, but make sure you subscribe, follow, do whatever you need to do because we need to grow the show. And that is what other podcasters say, Max, don't they?
Yeah, get on there, get on there. Well done, guys. Hey, that's nice, 19 episodes in, to finally urge our listeners to sort of do the thing that most people try and hit up all of the time. But in any case, hello, boys. How are we? I mean, we've got a lot to go through that's not even rugby content, but rugby content as well. But how is everyone's Christmases, New Year's, everything like that? Go.
Well, are you fuckers still saying Happy New Year? Because I walked into the gym. That's right. Yeah, you're going to hear about my new regime. I went into the gym this morning and they were like, Happy New Year. I was like, you can't fucking keep saying that. When does that stop? Surely it stopped yesterday, Sunday the 7th, a week in.
No, I reckon you can say it for the whole of January.
Oh, really? Right, then you have to say that every episode then until the end of Jan. You've got to come in with Happy New Year.
Actually, terrible idea.
No, Happy New Year, boys. We obviously, the last one we did was the episode with the Bath boys. Absolutely fantastic. We put them on a path to stardom. They've been going there since we fed them with turkey. Didn't food poison anyone. If Alfie Barbeary, we'll get onto that, was at the Christmas special, then I would have started to shit myself and think, oh God, it was the undercooked turkey. But no, that was the last time we were together. I've missed you, boys. It's been good. Christmas, New Year, absolutely hectic. 4 kids, never that enjoyable. Went down to London, 11-hour drive, miserable. We were like house to house, 5 different houses, 5 different nights with all the kids. People hated us by the end. No one would want us there. And yeah, it was hard work. I'm happy to be home. Kids back at school today. Jackpot. And that's it. New Year's resolution. I'm going to go to the gym more. And I've stopped drinking.
I don't believe you.
Boys, I have made a New Year's resolution. I'm going to try and do dry January, but it started on the 4th of January. So, yeah, I had good intentions, but I made it, the 4th, I stopped, and that's been 4 days.
Okay.
Good work.
Well done, mate. And
how are you feeling?
I feel great. I feel great. And I've been to the gym. And yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing. I wonder how long it could last. We're doing a podcast on Wednesday down in London.
On Wednesday?
I know. And I was thinking, I'm going to try and go down there and not drink beer. So let's see. But Max, any New Year's resolutions?
Nah, maybe be happier.
That's a nice one.
Just look on the bright side of life, in the great words of The Life of Brian.
Why do you think you've been sad? Do you? You think you've not?
I could just be happier. I think you know what I mean. I'm in the sort of twilight now. It's coming to an end, and I need to just take some more joy from the last few seasons of my career, or weeks, months, etc. You know what I mean? Just enjoy the big fraternity that it is, and leave the other nonsense to one side. Do you know what I mean?
I'm with you. You know what? I'm with you because I wish I had enjoyed it more.
Yeah, it's easy.
I've got really deep recently. Since my drive back, I've listened to a few podcasts. And, mate, I'm coming with you, Max. I'm coming with you. See that red light turkey thing?
Which podcast inspired you to think this way?
I listened to, is it Diary of a CEO or something?
And Stephen Bartlett with who?
He had the poo doctor on, and it's all about micro something in your gut.
The microbiome of the gut. Okay, yeah.
Boys, I'm going to start eating fermented foods. I am going to drink less alcohol because it's really bad for your sleep. Alcohol. I genuinely didn't realise how much like one drink affects your sleep. One alcoholic beverage can ruin your night's sleep.
Yeah, 100%.
So I was thinking about this today in the gym, and I thought, what I'm going to do is anytime I really want to drink, I'm going to make sure I take the next day off to recover.
That's not changing things. That's literally going, well, like, yeah.
That sounds like it could be a vicious cycle of degeneration.
Exactly.
No, boys, I'm deadly serious. Because what I think it is sleep is the most important thing. Yeah, obviously, it's really bad for you, alcohol in your gut, but we can't go the whole year without drinking. So I'm thinking if I do have a big night, yeah, I know, but
yeah,
I'm going to take the next day off to then recover. So. Okay. I've not passed this off for Bex yet, but no kids.
Don't bother me. I'm not helping with the kids because I got really lashed yesterday.
I need a timeout. You can get like what's it called, like poo pills. So you can get the fecal matter of someone else who's very healthy, has an incredible microbiome, and eat their fecal matter in like a capsule form, and it like proliferates your small intestine with the good stuff. Because like
I feel like, come on, that's. Is that,
no,
I mean, that's an April Fool's. Like, I ate Max's shit.
I kid you not, Mark. That's the second brain. The gut is crucial for your mood. Like everything is mental. Yeah.
So there you are, Max. Like I'm on it. I'm on my phone less, so I don't look at my phone until 8 o'clock in the morning. And the first morning today, I said I'm going to get up at 7 every morning without fail. I'm up at 7 o'clock. Right? Really, that's it. And today was the first time I did it. But I'm going to carry that on now. I'm going to be up at 7 every morning without fail. And I'm going to drink less and I'm going to go to the gym more. There you have it. I'm really excited. I'm really excited about January.
Ryan, that is amazing. Obviously, we're incredibly excited for you and proud. You realise we could have had it just as a private conversation because then you're not going to be held up as somebody who lasted what is now 48 hours until we record. The three of us are back together in London with, I think, Ben Earl. And, are there some lagers around? And then suddenly you've had a beer, but you've put it on record that you're doing this huge health kick.
Yeah, I know. But I want to, there's people out there that have also got their New Year's resolutions and they're going to be struggling and they'll have someone to relate to when I fail.
When you get lashed 2 days after you promised.
No. You two better not lure me into the drinking. Max won't be allowed. He's playing rugby. Mark, you're the only bad candidate here for me when I come down. So I'm going to be good. But it did make me think, like listening to all this stuff, right? I wonder, it's too late now, but I wonder, like, see, when I listened to that podcast and I was like, oh my God, sleep's really important and how important your body is and stuff like that. I was like, wonder if I should have done that when I played.
Imagine you became an elite athlete despite all of those things. You're like, look at the heights I could have reached.
And I know I don't want to stay on this too long because I could spend all day on it. We should do another podcast on this, Max, I think. But I also then look at it, right? And I go, but then I wouldn't have had the memories and like all the joyous
or the lack
time
thereof.
You don't have any memories from it. From the
and all the stories and like, like it would be pretty. I'm not saying people that don't drink are boring people, but I'm just saying life would be pretty fucking boring if you didn't go out and have pints with it. And you don't need alcohol to have a good time, but it helps and it makes you do stupid shit, and then you get stories, and that's how you then develop. And I don't know. I just don't know. But anyway, maybe I could have been a better athlete if I had listened to this sooner.
I think that's what we took from Scout Burger, though, wasn't it? He said those are the memories that count, the kind of the socials and all that sort of recreational hedonism. So, and
it comes around full circle, Max. To your point, you're going to be more happy, which means what? You're going to get pissed more.
And then you use it as a crutch for your mood, and then you're in real trouble.
Oh my God, is this a health podcast? What the fuck is this?
Well, let's link it for Max to, ultimately speaking, the Maxitron, there was a picture of you that was out this week and there was happiness in the shot of you.
Oh, good.
In the dressing room.
Oh,
afterwards.
Chassis.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, didn't want to be anybody else in that shot. Did you? You don't want to be anywhere near that shot. Shirt back on if I was somebody else in that shot.
It was a good
I'm
day.
going to superimpose Mark next to that next. I'm going to go and do that.
Looking really weedy.
So
go on, Max.
As I said, I was 24th man, travelling reserve. Get to the hotel. I'm I'm chilling out, and then my roommate Jake Warmore, starting loose head for the day, gets into bed right, but he's wearing a hoodie and a jumper and his puffer jacket. Gets into bed, he's like shaking, he's like making all these weird noises. In bed, I was like, "Are you all right, bruv?" He goes, "Yeah, I'll be fine. I just need to sleep." I was like, "You ain't gonna be all right, big fella." Next morning, I get the phone call from Pat at like 10. "Yeah, gonna start ya." Jake Warm's pulled out. I was like, "All right, sweet, all good." Next minute, like clashing horns with the Sale lads, and we get the dub away at AJ Bell. We haven't done that for time in terms of in the league. Great win away at that spot, and then Blackbird roaring in the change rooms. But it got pretty funny. There was a little scuffle in the tunnel. You'd have enjoyed it, right?
Oh yeah, go on.
Oh mate,
Hold on, do you want me to guess who it was that was involved?
Who do you think it was?
Johnny Hill. I bet you it's Johnny Hill.
I think he got involved in the end, but it wasn't him who instigated. It was actually Dupree. So basically what went down was Josh Caulfield's chopped a tackle. He's injured one of the Dupree brothers, John Luke.
We'll come back to him in a minute. Carry on.
Injures John Luke, and then Daniel's in the tunnel. He's watching the game. He grabs him, says, "You know what you did," and then it just all kicks off. I was like, punches? "Sail away, baby, sail away." Yeah, it was quite good fun. Sail away, sail away. It's always the same.
I've got a few things to ask you then on that one. Caulfield, is he all right? Is everything all right with him? Because I'm not going to lie, tell me he's got a nickname because he's got a doppelganger.
Yeah, the guy from Sin City.
No, the bloke from the Goonies.
Yeah, he looks like him as well, but he also looks like the yellow.
Yeah, the yellow man from Sin City. That's so harsh, though, guys.
Yellow man from what?
Sin City.
From Sin City. That is so fucking harsh.
No, but he looks exactly like him, bro.
That is so harsh.
That is a doppelganger.
Oh my god, yeah. I'll be honest. I saw him Sloth from the Goonies. He's also.
No, that's a good shout. You know who used to have that? Big Sam Burgess at Bath.
He's got quite a small cranium at the top.
Yeah. The thing that differentiates Caulfield's is it's perfectly spherical towards the top. That's why he escapes that sort of comparison.
Another very big talking point. What the fuck were you wearing on your head?
Yeah!
50 points for Gryffindor. It's a cutting-edge prototype from Head Coast. A impact mitigator to save what IQ points I have left.
What are you doing? What's going on there? Mate, you can't suddenly bring that in at the end of your career. I don't know why we're talking like you're on your way out, but you've been going for how long? That, mate. What was the colour? What was that?
It was a burgundy with gold trim. Gryffindor.
Thought there was nothing wrong with the headgear myself.
Are you actually joking? Are you trying to make
it look all right?
So, what infuriates you most about it, Ryan?
I think it's the shape of it. It makes your head look a very weird shape. Firstly, because it's just like it's a weird shape. There's obviously something to it. Are you actually trialing it, or are you trying to help out a company here, or what?
No. I believe in the research that's put behind the polymer that's being used in the sort of overall headguard itself.
And please tell me they're getting you another colour ASAP. Yeah,
I'm working on that. I'm getting some different colourways. Yeah. We'll make it match the kit a bit more. Right now, it's a little bit, burgundy and gold. It's a strong colour choice.
I'm trying to think what fucking team that's come from. Like, why would they ever make it that colour?
I don't know. But I think they were trialling it at a school, maybe. Yeah, that's what happened there.
Yeah, that does. But you're right. It is. Do they even wear stuff like that in Quidditch? So, I'm not a fan. I'd rather you just knocked your pan in, personally. But again, like Mark said, he was looking for you. He didn't think it was you because you wouldn't wear something like that. But then it makes you stand out. That's all I could look at. I was like trying to watch bits of the game, and all I could see was your big helmet running around.
The Juggernaut. It's a rebro. It's like Magneto's helmet.
Yeah. I reckon we should brand it, by the way. MAUL or nothing logo on the back of it.
I could ask them. They'd probably be open to it. Or not.
Right, there we go.
Sorry, we've missed a couple of points. Firstly, how did Jake feel about the fact that you poisoned your roommate so that you could start?
First thing Josh Caulfield said to me in the morning. Yeah. Like, what did you do?
What was it? Thallium, that one, the odorless one.
Yeah.
That one. Good one. Good choice.
No, I felt bad. Yeah, he was in some bother. That was obvious discomfort. I'd never seen a bloke with a fever that bad.
Well, it's weird that you never got it as well.
Yeah, weird that.
Yeah, I'm going to keep that. Yeah. I know.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do, Max. Fair play.
Absolutely.
And also for the Dupree thing, was it justified? Do we feel the fracas in the tunnel?
Like when you chop someone and it can get. You know what it's like. Every now and again, you go too low, you hit that vulnerable point of the knee. But this is rugby, isn't it? TIR.
TIR. To be fair, like those Dupree boys, I remember playing at Sale and they were all just
they love handing it out. They enjoy a good sledge. I quite like it though. I always
it's not even good sledging because they're South African. They just can't. They're just not very good at it.
They're very emotionally invested, which I appreciate.
Yeah. I'm on your side, though. I'm on your side. What a win, though, Maxi boy. How good. And it keeps you in the hunt, doesn't it, for that pack that's just racing away from you a little bit.
And then we managed to draw some much-needed sort of distance between us now. Yeah. But it's getting isn't it now?
Champions Cup this week. Bulls. Is it Bulls?
It is Bulls, yeah. At home. Should be tasty. Looking forward to it.
Celebrations?
Not really, just a long ass bus trip back, but it was lovely. It was just much needed sort of element of relief. Yeah, it was just a really good sort of statement win for us, I think.
And on that note, if you want to know what happens on the Bristol Bears bus, you can head over to our YouTube page, which is Randall's Bus Tours. Matt, did no one get steaming on the bus then? Genuinely?
Nah, no one got it. Yeah, it was all pretty chill.
Well, Van Rensburg, mate.
Yeah.
On another level, wasn't he? That filthy mullet's getting longer and longer. I like it how it's not curly. It's like
straight. It looks like Davy Crockett's raccoon hat. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Like the thickness up top as well. Yeah, the bloke's a savage. He's a mongoose embodiment. Yeah,
he's not a massive bloke, is he?
No, he's not. That's why I like to call him the mongoose.
And he just goes, and he always breaks the gain line.
Yeah.
He's going well. I like him, and I like his hair.
Yeah, there was some good performance. I thought Max Maynard's played well. AJ was very good. James Williams as well, along with BV, both in the middle, getting it done. It was, man, hell of a game out. Backs were class.
Was it an enjoyable review session then today?
Oh, it's always the same. Yeah, it's fine. It was good.
Is Harry Randall, is friend of the show Harry Randall going to be all right?
Yeah, he's all good. Oh yeah, he had a little knock. But I think he's going to be fine. He'll be tip top by Saturday.
Sneaky little bastard, just getting in underneath them all, scoring his little.
I know, very well done. He's very good at the old show and go around the breakdown.
Unfortunately, Max, it probably doesn't get game of the weekend because that, without a doubt, goes to the nail biter between Northampton Saints and Exeter at Sandy Park. 78-point thriller. It's got to be at the moment game of the season, but. Boys, I mean, that sort of rugby, bringing in the crowds, right? That's the elite standard the Prem needs to aspire to every game. That was incredible.
Not if you're a fucking defence coach, though. Can you imagine defence coaches? What was it, like 29-0 or something stupid after 30-odd minutes? You'd be having a Barney. But it was ridiculous. They pulled away, and you could tell those Exeter boys, they obviously thought, job done. Let's just sit back, boys, and relax and let this one run away. And, fair play to Northampton. They're fucking good, eh?
Yeah, as we said, like recently, they've been unstoppable. Their self-belief's nutty at the moment. And there was a little bit of rotation going on with that team, especially in the pack. So just showing their strength and depth, like George Furbanks, Lighthome, the back line was ridiculous. Absolutely on flames. So obviously, Finn Smith keeps doing what he's doing. Should be interesting come February. What's crack-a-lacking with the England 10 shirt.
Well, and the 9 shirt, because I tell you, Mitchell, he's been...
Oh, man, he's got to be. Yeah, he's got to be in. That break he made at the end was just naughtiness.
But everyone's talking about the way he plays the game and how it doesn't suit England. Then surely, with more and more of these players, the likes of Marcus Smith, who we've talked about, needs to start at 10. the way he plays the game, the likes of Alex Mitchell, the way he's playing the game, surely old Borthwick is going, right, we need to change this up. We need to find a way that suits these players, because that's what people want to watch. That's what's going to fill Twickenham. Then you get the crowd on their feet. Then it gets into the players, and then everyone's fucking winning and happy days. And that's how you do it. And then you come up to Murrayfield and lose. But you still, you do all right at home, England. But I think Alex Mitchell needs to start. I think he needs to be involved in England. And like we said, then you get someone like a Danny Kerr on the bench or a Randall. Don't forget him. Let's find a way for England to play a little bit better that suits these players' styles. Because I think Marcus Smith and Finn Smith, the Smith brothers, are in there together. It'd be good to see Finn Smith get a run because he's been outstanding. And since that game where they beat Sarries on the road, came up to Glasgow and started off their European Cup journey with a win, mate, they've been on fire. They're looking good. They're looking very good.
How good? They've changed Tommy Freeman last season from winger to outside centre. Mate, he's looking large and in charge. They put a few extra kg on him. Bloke's on fire. Absolute warpath at the moment. That's no mean feat either, just converting to 13 in the Prem. Mate, he looks so good. I would love to see him get involved in that squad.
Max, as an England fan, as an Englishman, like, genuinely speaking, you do not want to rewatch the type of rugby that was on offer at the start of the Borthwick era into that World Cup. Even though it did amazing, it got the results ultimately right to the very cusp of making it to the final. But that's just going to turn off young England fans watching that gash, especially if you've got players of the caliber of, as we said, like Marcus Smith. You've got Ben Earl as well, obviously in the back row. You've got Mitchell and all these guys who can make things happen. That's what you want, would you say?
Yeah, I'd agree with you in terms of the sentiment, but ultimately you've got to win test matches.
So is that more important? Winning the test match, winning in the Six Nations is far more important. So if England came third in the Six Nations playing incredible rugby, you would actually take them perhaps coming second, but playing absolutely dreadful rugby.
Oh, good question.
That's a great question.
Mark, hold on, Mark.
I don't know where that came from. I think I've just passed out. Passed out, my trousers are off.
So third playing bad rugby. No, third playing very good rugby, second playing bad rugby. No, but the world champs sort of played that style of rugby, didn't they? Would we agree that South Africa played that style of rugby? I'd say they do.
I think they played slightly better than that they were given credit for.
But you wouldn't say it's that sort of traditional kick tennis, force errors, dominate with huge, humongous.
Well, there is an element of that, of course. But the point is, if South Africa, they didn't, but if South Africa had gone out at the quarters or semis or anything, you would have gone, well, would you not have rather watched some better rugby? But the question is for this Six Nations now.
I think the begrudging England fans that moan about it would rather option one, playing really good rugby but ending up third. I think they'd rather go to Twickenham and be like, that was amazing, like Harlequin's way, throwing the ball about, the way that Northampton are playing. I think that's what England fans want to see. And I think if I was Borthwick, I'd be smart and I'd just be like, fuck it, let's just go for it. This Six Nations, play a younger team that's all out attack and see where we go. He's got nothing to lose, has he?
No, I agree. Yeah.
His job. But I think he's safe for doing that as well. I think people would be like, give him a chance. He's trying to change the way England are playing. So I would, Borthwick, if you're listening, fuck it, throw the kitchen sink at it, mate.
Maxie?
Yeah, I think he's right. Also, like, the players make the star, so you've got to play to your best players' strengths, don't you? So depends where he goes with it, but I think we'll sort of get an idea when we see who gets selected.
Speaking of selection, this one's for you, Ryan. It is a very well-stacked area for Scotland, but the sort of forgotten genius, if you will, Rory Hutchinson, he was at his creative best in that midfield for Northampton again, as he has been so often, and with the winning score. What do you think he has to do to get back into the international setup?
Yeah, he was lucky he got that winning score. Firstly, he was celebrating a try that wasn't a try. Did you see that? He had his hands in the air and they hadn't gone over. And then they threw the ball out to him and he could have just given it to Dingwall for a walk-in, but he stretched over. But he's always been in and about it, hasn't he? But the likes of Sione coming through and playing so well, and before you talk about him, you've got to be asking questions. We said it a few weeks ago. People like Matt Scott or Stafford McDowell hasn't missed a single minute of the URC up here. Like these guys, there's so many good centres. So I think Gregor Townsend needs to look at it and go, how does he work his combinations? Because Rory Hutchinson can slot in at 10, but then you've got Adam Hastings back as well. And then they're talking about, obviously, Ben Healy, who's going really well for Edinburgh, and they want to try and see as much of him. So Scotland, again, it's always, we just talk about backline. They've got an unbelievable backline. And Rory Hutchinson, definitely in and about the conversation, but is he better than some of the other centres there? I mean, you've even got Cam Redpath, who's sitting there as well. Hugh Jones. It's mental. It is an area of such depth, and convert them to something else. Hugh Jones has been playing a bit of wing, to be fair. He's played on the wing the last couple of weeks for Glasgow in both the 1872 Cup derbies. I don't think it's his position. I think Sione Tuipulotu and Hugh Jones start for Scotland. But I think you'd see Stafford McDowell in there before you see Rory Hutchinson. It's an area of strength. Scotland just needs some more forward power, I think, and there's a lot of injuries. Rory Darge out now. Jack Dempsey out. Matt Fageson's been injured with a face injury. So they're getting a little bit low there. We'll see how we go. But hey, it's not far off. Six Nations, boys. It's coming up. We won't get too far into it, but it's getting close. It's getting close.
Quick one on another potential sort of, bolter, but there's a lot of chat around who, joining which country. Exeter Chiefs wing, Emmanuel Feyi-Waboso, Cardiff born and bred, choosing England.
Well, you're right, Mark.
Just don't understand. Yeah. But actually, on that point, it's like it seems a very strange. No, is it a strange situation where he might have looked at the squads and think that he's actually more likely to play a wing for England? And I know this is quite a rare occurrence, but rather than Wales, where, in front of him in the queue, Lewis Rees-Zammit and Josh Adams, both Lions, 22 and 28 respectively, he's going to be in that queue potentially for a while, rather than in England, where there are some positions up for grabs with Johnny May retiring and Ant Watson just coming back from injury again. So, do you think he's thinking that?
I reckon he's also thinking about that med degree in it. Obviously, with the Wales cap rule, and then he's got his uni degree in medicine. I think it just kind of makes sense. But I think that's also a great shout. Like Lewis Rees-Zammit, Rio Dyer, Josh Adams, as you said, a lot of young, very like Mace Grady's he's also looking real good. So like, there's a lot of young talent on the edge for Wales. And as you said, England's sort of like, who's going to be there? Who's the guy? So I think it's a good shout.
Did I read somewhere that he's been guaranteed a place in the England squad though if he chooses England?
I don't know. Yeah, well, who can say?
I've got pretty good reliable sources. It's called X, formerly known as Twitter.
Formerly known as Twitter.
That's most of the gossip.
To be fair to him, he's also probably seen how Hawkins has been treated a little bit by Wales and sort of gone, well, it just seems the England setup might be a slightly more stable environment at this very moment, which is very sad for all non-English fans, because I think we'd love to see him running out in Cardiff. In any case, amazing match, really, between Exeter and Northampton. We touched upon, Ryan, you're like, defence coaches, they'll be really unhappy. Surely what we actually want is those old school Super Rugby matches where it's like, man, this is thrilling. Yeah. It's end to end. We are talking big scores, lots of tries. Yes, not defence, quite optional, but a bit less defence-focused rugby, but far more entertainment, far more fans, far more money, virtuous circle. That's how we win rugby. Boom. What do we think?
Go and watch Sevens then.
It's
all about scrum and the maul.
Real purist. I like it.
Yeah. Get rid of the scrum, get rid of the maul, get more backs.
There's still some big tackle counts in that game. Yeah. I reckon you just keep the tackle completion rate down. But mate, Alice Cole's got through some serious work, like Matavesi. Like, it was still impressive numbers being thrown about. Ethan Roots continues his unreal form for the Chiefs. Same with Big Jacques Vermeulen. He's a scary man once he gets aroused. So, I don't know. For anyone else watching that game, yeah, absolute class. Just total rugby, have a crack. And then last minute get it done. Mate, how good was that? Rusty Tuima, like, setting up... who went over off that try? Was it...
Fisselau, was it?
Was it Fisselau off him?
Oh, no, it wasn't.
Yeah. Not the offload one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, class. Absolute class. He might be involved. Big Rusty.
Yeah, I think there's a shout for that because England are pretty short on their back rows at the moment as well. Looking at the amount of back rows and the injuries.
Oh, what
Curry,
Fisselau? I was thinking Tuima as a lock forward because who are they going to go? They're going to like George Martin, Chesham, Atoje. Who else will get the nod? Be cool if Tuima got in there, but we'll see.
Back to your question though, Mark. 100%. That is what people want to watch. People want to watch that sort of rugby. They want to see tries getting scored, defence optional. I'd much rather that. Maybe we should just sack all defence coaches and not teach defence and then just go out and attack. There's an option. Or
everyone's forced the Harlequins blueprint of just the only job is you just smash into like a coach who's just wearing loads of gear and then that's it.
Perfect. So everyone wants to see rugby do that. That was a great spectacle, and that's what we want to see more of. Optional defence, more attack. Lovely jubbly.
Slightly less entertaining in the shape of Bath versus Gloucester. No, I mean, we just, factually, there were a lot less tries, but a good win for our pals at Bath.
You're going to talk about the kick tennis, aren't you? Well, that's what I'd talk about. Everyone moaning about it. It's part of the game. Just, we better change the rules. Just, that's part of the game. I actually didn't mind it.
It would be.
I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, but it would be cool if, like, you were only allowed so many consecutive kicks.
Yeah,
I quite like that.
Yeah. But I didn't actually mind it. I sort of, because as a fan, do you know what I would have done as a fan? I would have started going, way!
Of course you would.
Way!
Yeah, that's
every
a good
time someone
point.
kicked it, you, as a fan, you've got to find ways to get involved. And they do it at the football. Every pass, when they, like when they get a pass. Yeah, ole! That's what they should have been doing. I don't know whether they were or not, but I'm not that worried about that. I think that's quite funny. And then suddenly someone does break and they go through and they get half a gap. But you're right, Max. There might be a need for changing the rules and limiting it, but who cares?
You telling me that that's what we were going to talk about. Obviously not the biggest talking point. How lashed was Alfie Barbeary at the darts with Cam Redpath? I mean, I assume everyone's seen him properly just yak everywhere when the full-time whistle went.
Smaug, like full Hobbit on that, didn't he? Just projectile. Yeah. I like how he's trying to keep it in though.
Yeah,
like a clenched fist was going to stop that.
What was it? Do we know what it was?
No.
It looked like beat it shots to me, Max.
Yeah, maybe beat it or a little spot of cramp fix. Who knows? A little bit of pickle juice down the hatch.
Nah, because he came on as a sub. He's not going to be banging pickle juice for cramp, is he?
Oh, yeah. So what is it then? Wild.
I reckon he's not used to being on the bench. He's overdone it. He's maybe had like a protein shake or something on the bench, thought he wasn't going on, and then he's chundered it up. But it was funny, and I love that the TV picked it up. They tried to get off it really quick. I'm sorry about that. No,
embrace
that's what we want to see.
Embrace it.
That's the funny thing. Us weirdos actually like, no, that's quite funny. We want a bit more of that. But yeah, he's obviously enjoying the darts too much. And,
right, were you a spewer? Were you a spewer before games? There's always a few spewers out there.
There is Chris Fazzaro. He was the one for us. I remember him throwing up on people's backs as we're jogging out. He would chum that every time.
Oh God! I had one in Bordeaux. It never happens normally to me, but before the kickoff, I was like next to the mascot in the little toilets on the side of the field because the walkout for Bordeaux is so far. Like it's like a good 5-minute walk at a pace, and I was in there just going for it, and the big fella's like, "You okay? You all right?" He's got his line helmet here. It was real surreal. I was like,
I thought you meant a kid mascot.
Yeah, I got a kid mascot. I'm so sorry. Pardon.
Bizarre. Very strange.
Yeah. It is weird, but it does weird things to you.
When the nerves hit you, the biology just does strange things.
Mine would usually come out the other end. I was
all right, Gary Lineker. What do you mean? Not during the fucking game, though, was it?
No. Before the game,
before.
I'd often. But they say, Max, it is something to do like when you were preparing your body for battle. They used to empty
the
everything
fight
out
or
of your body.
flight. It's weird how it just takes over. It's like autopilot. You just empty the bowels and the stomach at the same time. Get it all out. Get ready.
We're all gladiators at the end of the day, Mark.
Yeah,
we're all gladiators. We all spew and remember you after bath?
Yeah, a little bit of adrenaline
come on.
deploys.
Don't. That was a great night in Bath, by the way, Max. It was a fabulous night. It was just a really tricky next day.
Just quickly touching it. Obviously, Greg Townsend there to watch Adam Hastings and Finn Russell, and Borthwick there to watch some of those England players. I still think we could call it now. We'll probably do it next week. We'll start naming our teams for the Six Nations, but you've got to be thinking they're there to watch some of those backs play. And Ollie Lawrence again, he's on fire, isn't he? He's next level.
Yeah, but Cam Redpath was also
Cam Redpath. Ooh, he has got some dancey feet as well.
I thought Ollie Fawley was also class. And Will Muir, that'll be interesting to see if he gets it. I know that's a weird one, but I think he could be like a dark horse. Crazy horse. I did that. Big Joe. Get Big Joe in.
Oh.
Big Joe's got to go. He's on flames. And then obviously Beno Obano topping carries for the game. Bloke is the Nigerian nightmare's real, man. Oh, man, I hope he gets involved. Bloke deserves it so much.
We should get him on.
Of a season.
Get him on. He seems like a good boy, doesn't he?
Oh, some lad. Hell of a bloke.
I did feel for Hasto, though. They had that opportunity
that pass.
right at the end to maybe sneak the draw, and he's got that ball out the back of the pod. But
he looked like he slipped, or it was just trying to. It was just.
He's on, mate. He slipped. Terrible pass from Zach Mercer, I think it was. Terrible pass. And, put him off balance. So yeah, that was a shame. But I think it would have been fair to have a draw. I think it would have been fair.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, I've obviously spent 30 seconds prepping this, so give me quickly. This is which one of these is your favourite new nickname for Alfie Barbeary? Some of them are very shit. Alfie, get me to the Barbeary. Alfie Barbeary. Alki Barbeary. Hurley Barbeary. Yaki Barbeary. Lashy Barbeary. Or Alfie Bartender.
Who wrote all these? You?
I did. I just was bored just before you guys came on, and I was like, think of some things to go with it.
The first couple, probably.
Alfie, get me to the Barbeary. Okay. Good times. Quick one, boys. Leicester 19, Saracens 10, Sarries, third defeat in 4 league games. What is going on?
Oh, well, the big news is Faz going to Racing. Has that unsteadied them? I think they'll be all right. People still think they're going to go and win the league. I don't think you need to worry too much. We'll see how they go. But that's big news, boys, on the Farrell stuff. Like, that's really, no one cares about the rugby at the end of the day. When they were talking about that game, they were talking about, is it the right thing? I think it's the right thing. I think it's good. I think he should go. And who wouldn't go? Like we said about Arundel, who wouldn't want to go to Racing and play at that arena? So fair play to him. But yeah, Sarries, out of bloody sorts.
Max, do you think it's been a bit unsettling perhaps with, Mr. Saracens and the person who identifies and typifies the Saracen way, suddenly all this news about him heading over to France? Do you think that might have played a factor?
Yeah, I think that's definitely had some effect. There's no doubt about it. He's pretty much mainstay to that whole place. So it's interesting. I don't know, but does that explain other guys' forms? I don't know. It's just, I think Sarries are playing a little bit differently these days as well. But I'd still say they're still very, very dangerous, and it's only sort of halfway through the season, so a lot can change still.
Well, we will get more on that when we speak to Ben Earl, if he is in fact coming, bearing in mind that he has gaslit the shit out of Max Laif over the last 3 months. So
I can't wait, Max. I can't wait for him to send someone that looks like him.
Has he got a brother?
I saw someone who looked like, I need to figure it out, but there was a doppelganger I saw on some show. I'll find him for you guys.
Just to quickly, just boys, obviously Harlequins doing the what they needed to do up in Newcastle. we were talking about Faz heading to France. First person that comes to your head, is it going to be Marcus Smith, his cousin brother, Finn Smith, or do we still want George Ford leading the line for England at the Six Nations, Max?
Thing is, George Ford can play to the line. The guy can play naughty rugby. It's just what he's being told to do.
You're right.
He's doing what he's told in terms of the game plan. The guy's very dangerous at the line. I think George can play anywhere. So at this point, I still like to see George get a crack, but obviously Marcus Smith he's having a mental season as well. So I don't know who's the guy. Who is the guy? Do we go with Sir John Experience and George Ford, or do we go with the effervacious? Effervacious.
I thought I love the neologism. I was like effervescent, vivacious.
Vivacious and effervescent at the same time. Marcus Smith. I don't know, I'm kind of keen to see Marcus Smith. But the thing is, every time he started, it feels like he hasn't been given the sort of license to do what he needs to do.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to see him wear the 10 shirt with the license and the sort of game plan that emboldens him. You know what I mean? But George Ford's been unbelievable in the World Cup. So going on England form, and he got sailed to the final last year. So it's tough not to be stick with Fordy.
Okay.
George Ford, you're right, puts people in holes,
Absolutely.
But he doesn't make the break.
He's the Undertaker, mate. He'll put you in holes.
Exactly, but he doesn't make those ridiculous breaks out of nothing like Marcus Smith. So I think it's more exciting to have Marcus Smith in there. But you're right, maybe there is an argument to just have Marcus Smith at 15. George Ford at 10.
Stewart.
It didn't work. It didn't work. That 15 conversion. No way.
It did. Hey, we'll find out next week. As per usual, 2024, the year that Wolf Craig continue sponsoring us, and we just want to say a massive thank you to everyone at Wolf Craig Distillers for their ongoing support. And make sure, if you want to grab yourself a wonderful bottle of whiskey or gin, of course, then you can head over to the website, which is wolfcraig.com. And I've just said Max's part. Max, what is the website?
wolfcraig.com.
Go over there, check it out. Lovely little blend of whiskey. 35-year-old, 30-year-old, 14-year-old, and a beautiful gin. Thank you, Wolf Craig.
Well, sadly, that is all the time we've got left for this week. What a fabulous roundup of the action. And it's been a lovely start to the year. And thank you all for watching and for listening. We've got fabulous few weeks of guests coming up as well. A lot of fun things happening. A lot of fun filming as well to be had. Let's see if Ryan can stick to his no drinking pledge that he has made to start off the year. Let's hope that he does. And but thank you all for listening, and we will see you all next week.
More or nothing.